How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So I'm super excited because the Marvel's Avengers game comes out next week, depending on which version of the game you get. If you get the deluxe edition or the digital edition on PlayStation, you can play it a little bit early with early access. You can play it on September 1st, and then for everyone else, it comes out on September 4th. So we are just a week away, and with that, we are receiving a ton of new information about the game. The developers have been really talkative. They answered a bunch of questions on their Discord, so they did a huge Q&A. They've been answering questions on Reddit. They've been active on their Twitter. I mean, there's just been a ton of new information that we've got regarding this game. And the closer we get to launch, the more information we're going to get sprinkled out throughout the next week. So I'm super stoked. I will be sure to keep you guys updated on all the new information. So be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But with all that said, let's get right into the news. So the first bit of information that we have is from the Marvel's Avengers Twitter. They said, join us for our special launch edition of Marvel's Avengers War Table, debuting on September 1st at 10 a.m. Believe us, you won't want to miss this one. So yeah, this is on September 1st. If you guys have the deluxe edition, some of you guys will already be playing the game by this point. So make sure you take a little bit of a break during the day, because apparently you don't want to miss this War Table event. There's been some rumors going around that they might announce a new hero, and they're going to announce some of the new modes that they haven't gone over yet. So this War Table event should be pretty exciting. And then Marvel's Avengers had a blog post going over some new information about the game's release next week. So this is a bunch of new information that you guys need to know before you actually get into the game. To start us off, they said, by now you know what to expect from Marvel's Avengers on day one. You can expect a full-length campaign featuring an original Avengers narrative, 6 heroes, each with 50 plus skills to upgrade, gears and outfits to unlock. Now those 50 plus skills is referring to those extra pages of skills that you didn't get to even see in the beta. There's like 3 different pages of different abilities and upgrades you can do. So there's a crap ton more that you can upgrade into your characters than what was in the beta, which a lot of people just didn't even realize that. So there's going to be tons and tons of stuff to do when the game actually comes out. And speaking of tons of things to do, they've announced that there's going to be 80 plus Warzone / drop zones to play with friends and your AI Avengers. So 80 plus missions is a crap ton. I know the beta only had like maybe 10-ish. I mean, it didn't really seem like that much. You just kind of played them over and over again. But even with the amount of content that was in the beta, I still found myself like replaying the missions multiple times because I was having so much fun. But the fact that we're getting 80 plus at launch and they're going to be adding a lot more after the fact as free DLC, I mean, that's a lot of stuff to do, and I'm super stoked. Plus, you can go through and play all these multiple times with multiple different characters to get different experiences and loot and get different types of gear. So the fact that there's 80 is just really, really cool. I'm super excited for that, and I mean, that's a great sign. And then they're going to have regularly updated priority harm challenges and priority missions. So this is going to be updated weekly, I'm pretty sure. I think some of them might even be daily, where they just change the different daily challenges and stuff. That way you can get more points for your Heroes Collection tab. That way you can unlock different outfits and stuff. Then it says later game mission types like hives and villain sectors, which we still don't really know much about those yet. We're going to find out more information at that upcoming War Table event. So those could be potentially pretty exciting. I think they're supposed to be like raid events, which are just big, massive boss battles with really good loot. So those should be really fun. And then 50 plus enemy types to master. So just based off of the beta alone, there was a bunch of different enemy types, but I hope that there's way more. Hopefully there's some like alien types. That's one thing that I felt the game was lacking, is just everybody felt like robots and it felt kind of like copy paste to one another. So I hope at some point during this game's lifespan we see some sort of, you know, alien foes or some sort of creatures to fight instead of just the same old robots and stuff. And then going forward, they answer a little bit of questions regarding the early access for the game. If you guys were confused about how to get to play the early access, it says, while Marvel's Avengers launch is officially September 4th, 72-hour early access is granted for those who pre-order one of the 3 editions. Like I said earlier, if you get the PlayStation Store exclusive edition, the deluxe edition, or Earth's Mightiest edition, you will get early access. Now the Earth's Mightiest edition might be a little hard to come by. That's like the ultimate edition. I think it's a couple $100, and they were sold out when I went to find them, so you might be able to nab one up. I don't know. But I myself am getting the deluxe edition on the Xbox One, and I might even get it for PlayStation as well, just to try out Spider-Man. It really just depends on how fun the game is for me personally. But that is how you get the early access. And then it says early access, eligible digital editions for Marvel's Avengers. The game will unlock at September 1st, rolling out at midnight for Xbox and for PlayStation. And then for some reason, if you play on Stadia, it will be the same release time as PC at 9 a.m. on September 1st. And then going forward, they talk about the day one patch on launch day. They said for those that purchase a physical copy of Marvel's Avengers, you will need to connect to the internet one time in order to download the game's day one patch. The patch is approximately 18 gigabytes in size. Those who purchase the game digitally will receive the patch alongside with the game's initial download. And then after the day one patch download is complete, the internet connection will not be required to play the game solo. Although, as mentioned above, you will need an active internet connection to play online co-op and to download post-launch content, including new heroes, new missions, and new regions for free. So this is a huge plus to some people. A lot of people don't like to play online. So let's say your gold subscription or your PlayStation Plus goes away. I mean, once you own the game, you can just play offline. But do keep in mind, if you do want to stay up to date on the content, you will have to have a solid internet connection. And then going a little bit more into detail about the day one patch, they said that the day one patch is also important as it includes a lot of fixes, feedback updates, and tuning from our beta weekends. Over the last 3 weekends, millions of you played the game for tens of millions of hours, killed hundreds of millions of enemies. Your participation has been of immense value to us as we work to squash bugs, tune performance, and finalize game balance. We hope you will see and feel it when you play the final game. And then since we're on the topic of the beta, they released this thank you email going a little bit into the statistics about the beta itself. So if you played the beta, you probably got this email. It says, here's some stats that you helped contribute to. Together across 3 different weekends, everyone managed to collectively play up to 28,500,000 hours of gameplay, which is a lot of hours. It was estimated that there was about 3.5 billion numbers of enemies killed, which is a crap ton for just 3 weekends. I mean, that's a lot of dead bad guys. The number of people maxed out their character level, 240,000 people reached the highest level. I was one of those people as well, included in that number. And then the best-selling item in the marketplace, selling at 640,000 copies, was the Iron Man Chroma Lux outfit. So there's definitely a lot of Iron Man fans out there. So that's pretty cool that they released some actual stats from the beta. I like when game companies actually do that and they share the stats and stuff with the community, so that's always pretty cool. And then at the bottom of their blog, they went into a little bit more information about the stuff that they're going to cover this week before the game's launch. It says, tomorrow we'll run through everything you need to know about accessibility in Marvel's Avengers, followed by an overview of online play on Thursday, a rundown on gear and cosmetics on Friday, a beta post-mortem on Saturday, and a look at the weekly gameplay ritual on Sunday. So yes, there's going to be a ton of new information coming forward. I'm sure the developers are probably going to answer more questions on Reddit and stuff. So if you haven't yet, go check out the Marvel's Avengers subreddit and follow them on Twitter if you guys want to stay up to date. Or if you guys just want to get all your news information from me, like I said, I will keep you guys up to date. Anytime there's any new, crazy, significant information, I will be sure to keep you guys updated with another video. I will be covering a lot of this game going forward, unless this game just really flops. But I hope that it doesn't. I hope they fix a lot of the bugs that were in the beta, and I'm pretty excited. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for notifications so you guys don't miss out. Follow me on Twitch at Swanee Plays Games Live, and be sure to join the channel's Discord. Those links are found in the description down below. And that is going to do it for me, everyone, and I will talk to you all in the next video.